Somehow, someway, the Spurs, without having to trade up, had a elite prospect in Carter Bryant, a top 10 prospect, close to top 5 prospect in Carter Bryant fall into their laps at 14, and this man has shown that he looks like a young Kawhi Leonard out there for this Spurs team, absolutely wrecking havoc defensively, and he may be a little further along on the offensive side of the ball than Kawhi was at the same age. Now, Bryant is a 6'8 wing, and while he doesn't have the same length on his wingspan as a Kawhi Leonard, he's still very, very agile and very mobile defensively and is able to wreak havoc, like we said earlier. Averaged 6.5 points and 4 rebounds in his freshman year at college, 46% shooting from the field, 37% from 3, but then as you can see in conference play, he really stepped it up. Per 36 minutes, 14 and 6.5 with 2 blocks and 2 steals. Really solid. I mean, let's just watch this defense right here. Philadelphia is going to try to run a stagger on the weak side, and Carter Bryant's just going to blow this up. He gets through the first screen, gets through the second screen in time to turn around and wait for his guy to come through this screen. I don't know if he's been watching film or if he just knew this was coming, but he's still disrupting the ball, Then another screen comes. The ball handler finally gets him off his hip and thinks he has an open layup, and Carter Bryant says, "No, sir." I mean, this is ridiculous. Coming from behind and getting this off the top. I mean, that's almost at the square, and he goes up and gets it. And then still just causing havoc defensively. Block after block right here, navigating pick and roll ball screens. Ball pressure is absolutely elite, and then he's going to be in help side right here, dig in, then recover to the guy he's guarding, then sit in help side as the drive and kick happens, and is able to get the deflection and help the block happen and force a shot clock violation. I mean, this on the ball defense shouldn't be this good for a guy that is 6'8" guarding guards, yet it is. He's able to switch on to everybody, gets the backcourt violation right there. He is multidimensional. He can guard pretty much any position at 6'8", as we've seen him guard centers and we've seen him guard guards. He's, like we said, 6'8" with that 7-foot wingspan, uses it extremely well when locking up defenders on the perimeter, navigates ball screens pretty well also, and I mean, he's just in people's chest like bronchitis, as the announcer said the other day, getting through screens exceptionally well. And then I'm still here. We're gonna get right back up in you, get in your shorts and clamp you down. No pause, as he leads him right into the trap and gets the steal. And that's not the only thing that these Spurs have done. Yes, they got him at 16. They also bring in Kelly Olynyk, who will be 34. I like this addition a lot because he's a nice veteran with a 6'10 wingspan at 6'11", and he can do a little bit of everything for you, like bringing the ball up the court right here. They did a nice job mixing the veterans that they added with the rookies that they added, like Bryant and Harper, and then bringing in a guy like Kelly Olynyk, who last year averaged 10.7 points per game, 6 boards, 3.6 assists, a steal in 25 minutes a game while shooting 50% from the field and 39% from 3 on 2 attempts a game. He's going to bring a nice change of pace in the front court because they also have guys like, of course, Victor Wembenyama, who is the entire franchise here, but also Luke Kornet, who is a guy that can come in and be a solid backup 5, whereas Olynyk can play on the perimeter. You see the trade details here, got him for a bag of chips, and I like this. I also like Kornet coming in, both of them revamping the backup center rotation on a 4-year, $41 million contract. He's going to be able to come in and help this Spurs team out from day one. And the Spurs are counting on some leaps from some guys. Kornet only averaged 6 points and 5.3 rebounds last year, but he only played 18 minutes a game. Shot 67% from the field. Now, something to keep in mind, back in 2018-19, he did shoot 35% from 3 on close to 4 attempts a game. So maybe that's something we could see come out of his game this year. But per 36 minutes, Kornet was really solid, almost 12 a game with almost 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. And we saw what he could do in the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Knicks. He had a couple of really good games. He's 7'2" with a 7'6" wingspan, so you pair that up with Victor Wembanyama and then throw Kelly Olynyk in there as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then you have Dylan Harper and company, because having him as the number 2 overall pick, he made his summer league debut the other day, played very well, finished his freshman season averaging 19.4 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, and 4 assists, shot 48% from the field and 33% from 3 on 5 attempts a game. And for a 6'6" guard with a 215-pound frame, he really reminds me a lot of a Cade Cunningham type of guy. but he doesn't quite have the three-point range that Cade had coming out of college. Nonetheless, though, Dylan Harper is going to be an absolute stud, and I'm glad they didn't overthink this decision and go out and do something crazy with the second overall pick. They now have the best guard trio in the league, one of the best guard trios in the league, and we'll see what happens. The only thing that can stop that trio is the three-point line. We'll see what happens, though. We'll talk about DeAaron Fox here in a second. As for Victor Wembenyama, the 7'4" alien with an 8-foot wingspan, he's going to come into this season with a completely revamped bench unit, and I think he's going to be really excited because it's a whole lot better than it was last year. 24.3 points a game, 11 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 3.8 blocks, shooting 48% from the field and 35% from three on almost 9 attempts a game. Ridiculous that we got a 7'4" dude shooting 9 threes a game, but that's where we are at this stage of basketball. Had a couple of huge games last year against Washington where he put up a 50-burger with 6 boards and 3 blocks, hitting threes off of the pick and pop like it's nothing. And then, of course, his kind of, all right, I'm here moment against the Knicks on Christmas Day in the Garden, dropping 42 and 18 with 4 assists and 4 blocks. In a ridiculous showing. I mean, sprinting through, knocking down a corner three, fading out of bounds. That is a ridiculously tough shot to hit. Pump fake, throw it into Sohan for the layup inside. All 4 Knicks defenders right here are looking at Wemby, and he's just going to get right inside, throw the lob to Sohan, and get the finish to go. This is really the best example I have from his career of a moment where he could legitimately be one of the most unstoppable players of all time. I mean, he's hitting catch and shoot threes from the logo, and the man is 7'5", and then he'll do stuff like this. Just go up, grab it, and dunk it, and there's not a single thing in the world you can do about it. Kind of like right here, where he's going to put the ball on the floor, one dribble, get to a fadeaway at 7'5" from the free throw line. He's also a solid passer as well. There's not much you can do to stop Victor Wembanyama other than pray. I mean, that's what I've got right about now. And now he's got a guy in DeAaron Fox that everybody is forgetting about that is going to come in and dominate, because everybody's going to be focused on Wemby, and now you got the DeAaron Fox show. Last year he was injured, so we're throwing that season out the window. Literally had a broken finger on his shooting hand, played through it. 2 years ago, however, he was a stud. You see the stats, 37% shooting from 3 on 8 attempts a game. He can still do it once he gets that hand healthy, and he's in the middle of his prime, by the way, at 28 years old. The starting 5 for the Spurs next year will be really the same since the DeAaron trade. You got year 2, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell still in there. Some Spurs fans don't like that, but I think he is a solid 3-man for that lineup. And then Harrison Barnes at the 4, is going to be a really nice addition. 43% shooting from the 3 on 4.5 attempts a game. Obviously, he's not a new addition, just an addition to that starting lineup. And then the bench unit is really where things get a lot better with Dylan Harper. Maybe you play some Sohan at the 3 and throw in Kelly Olynyk at the 4, or maybe some Keldon Johnson at the 3. Either way, you got 12 guys that you can throw in, mix and match. And remember, the reigning Rookie of the Year is also on this team. You have a chance to go 3 straight Rookie of the Years. Now, Cooper Flagg probably will put a stop to that, but maybe one of them pops off. Stephon Castle had a really good year last year. You see the numbers there, 43% shooting from the field, 4.1 attempts per game. Fantastic defender. That's really what he's known for, but he is a really good slasher at 6'6", with a 6'9" wingspan, and he is 215 pounds, so he plays big boy basketball when he gets down to the paint, and that's also how he is such a good defender. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.